Hey everyone, welcome to Consensual Democracy Now! I'm your host Shane Sharp, and today we're brought to you by Need to Bead Boise, Idaho, located on 1100 North Orchard Street. They are a full-service teaching bead shop. Need to Bead is a new concept on the traditional bead shop. Yes, they have beads, lots of them in fact, but their goal is to utilize our in-store teaching space for an open, friendly environment, for artistic collaboration to make beautiful things. Now, I've known about these guys for a while. I don't work there, but they have some of the best bead needs and hemp products that you can get, like hemp bracelets. So if they wanted to sponsor us, that would be awesome. All right, guys. How's everyone doing today? We're going to have a great show for you today. Right now, it's just me. I'm in the Albertsons parking lot in my Jeep. Little backstory about me. I know I'm kind of a new kid on the block here in the podcast scene, but new kid on the block. You know, I just graduated college. I got my degree in sociology, and my dad gave me some startup money to start my own business. So to really stick it to his corporate entitlement, you know, I sort of just bought a Jeep per se and started my own hemp bracelet company in the back of my Jeep. So things are pretty well looking up. I got some savings left over, so you know, I'm looking forward to life. So, first topic I wanted to, before we go any further, that I really need to get off my chest. Today is March 24th, and the Mueller investigation just came out. It's like, which white man done it, you know? All these white males up there. Of course, the head white male gets pardoned by the other white male investigating him. It's like, wake up, people. Like, I read the New York Times, okay? Like, they were pretty positive. Every mainstream media source I read knew Trump colluded with Russia. And then, all of a sudden, white male Mueller here just, like, doesn't even find anything? Like, what is that? Do you think Mueller knows what he's talking about compared to, I don't know, the New York Times? The next topic I found a nice article on Salon, one of my favorite magazines. America's Legacy of Racial Terror and Charles W. Chestnut's The Morrow of Tradition. Like, okay, so it's kind of a long article. I don't really want to bore you guys with the details. But it's like kind of saying like America's always been racist, okay? And it always has. Okay? And I don't think enough people realize that. So we really need to like focus on it more, okay? Like, I understand we're kind of in like a per se time of like people say is good, but it's like, dude, you're saying that as like a privileged white person, you know? And what the thing is really is like they have like no empathetical skills, you know? And like to sort of like break that down into a digestible pill is just like so like fucking hard for them to even understand. So, a little about me. I'm from Boise, Idaho, okay? And, you know, I'm in the reddest state in America, probably, and the whitest. It makes me so fucking sick. It's just like, hello, I wish I was, like, in someplace cool, like, I don't know, Portland or, I don't know, Los Angeles, but, like, I couldn't afford it. Anyway. But, yeah, big news in my life coming up. So I was kind of, like, I wouldn't say sleeping in my car, but, like, I kind of had, like, limited housing options after I moved out from my dad's house. So, yeah, I just met this, like, really awesome dude, Buzz, and he said I could, like, stay, like, sort of crash at his pad, and, like, he's just a super, like, cool guy. He's, like, an ally. Like, even though he's, like, kind of a white male, like, I know, like, his, like, moral compass is correct. Like, he doesn't need to be like factually correct. Like, I know where his morals are, and you know he's just been helping me a lot the past couple days. So I think it'd be a cool like topic to like how we met. So this is a pretty awesome story actually. So I'll tell you guys about it. So the other weekend, you know, it's I go up to Bogus Basin, you know, so this is like a ski area. It's like, you know, the cool, hip area. A lot of progressives go there. And so I get a ride up there with my buddy, well, my ex-buddy now, I guess. And he brought up me and this really cool girl, this like cool strong woman that's just like been in my life for a little bit, Gabriella. And so we get there, and like, so I don't have like cash per se, but like what I do try to do is like like, because I think a barter system just would work way better than like what we have now in this like capitalist, like corporate greed driven America. So like I have like my hemp bracelets on me just in case like we could do like an equal trade per se of like, of equal opposite energy per chance. And it's kind of like, so it's like it could be like, I don't always want to ascribe like a set price to my stuff like your corporate slave owners do, but like if I had to like guess, they'd be like around $40. um but anyway, so we like get there, and I tell the guy at the ticket booth, of course he was, blonde haired, blue eyed, like Hail Hitler much. But anyway, I I'm like, I don't have any like cash, but would you accept like two hemp bracelets? Because that's like a deal for you technically, because the ski pass is only like $30. And he was like, no, dude, we don't do that. Pfft. Yeah, dude, keep working your corporate job. I thought this mountain was non-profit. It's like, what? It should be everyone's mountain. Pfft. It's like we own the land. It's like everyone's land. But like, whatever. I guess we got to keep all these mountains clean, so for when the frackers come in, they can just fuck it all up like they have been. Anyway, so Buzz overhears my dilemma, and he's like, "Yo, dude, I think I could help you out. I could like use a hemp bracelet. I'll just buy you a ski pass. Do you mind if I ski with you and your lady friend?" And of course I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, man, but like she's just my friend. You don't have to refer to her as a lady." Because, like, one, you're kind of assuming stuff, but he was cool about it. He just, like, totally apologized, and he was just being much more chill after that. So, anyway, we ski all day, and it was so fun. But my ex-buddy, he, like, got so mad at me because, like, okay, like, Buzz, like, he was cool. He, like, bought me some food at the lodge, and, like, I had some of my own cash, but, like, so I bought myself a beer, and, like, my ex-buddy just got all mad at me, and he's like, you're taking rides and all this, and it's like, dude, I have given him so many hemp bracelets, it's like unreal. So like he just like kind of leaves me and Gabriella like up on this mountain, and Buzz came in clutch, of course. Buzz, being the awesome ally he is, gives us a ride back, drops me off at my car, because I had to. I was technically doing like a late night shift at the Albertsons parking lot. That's where I get most of my business on my hemp bracelets. But so, and then I'm pretty sure he just drove Gabriella home after that. But yeah, then I was texting Gabriella last night, and like, she was stoked that I'm moving in with Buzz, and like, it's just all really good stuff. So more about like Gabriella, like she's been like my person that I go to with like my issues and things per se, like for like so long now. It's been like a month. Like she's just like the smartest person I know. She got like a 3.2 GPA at Boise State, like studying biology. I was like, oh my, like, oh, it just makes me sick when like guys like Donald fucking Trump go like, women aren't smart. It's like, dude, Gabriella is the smartest woman I know. God, this guy is just so fucking full of himself, and like he makes me sick to be a man. Like if I could, like, oh, I would just like not be a man. Anyway, but so we always talk and stuff. She's helped me out with some like issues I've had with my dad, and like some like relationship issues I've had. So, she's just always been there for me for like the past month, and it's just like super cool to see that in a person, like this, just the positive human energy that we can all give, because we need to be a more inclusive society, and like we need to get rid of these fucking assholes that are in office right now. Like we should be about inclusivity, like bring him all in, and like people like Donald Trump, get him out. I wanted to talk about a big influence and like reasons why I wanted to start a podcast. One being, I think it's a good way to like spread like I don't want to call it brand awareness or like marketing, but because that's like too corporate, but like it's just like a good DIY, way to like really get my message of just like we need to like help people. And that's what I've been doing. Like I've been making these hemp bracelets. They're super pause energy. They're just super good for like everyone in the real world that can use them. So um, that and I was just really inspired because I've been a big time fan of the Young Turks probably since oh God, probably since I got a brain. 16 probably. Yeah, and one of my biggest influencers on that was Anna Kasparian. She was just like such the idyllic, perfect person. She's just in there snapping necks, and I bet you if she led the Mueller investigation, she would have had Trump's butt in jail personally. But this is the America we live in. Anna Kasparian was the real influence, but I also just want to show. I read this quote the other day. Thomas Jefferson once said, "Whenever a country bans its hemp industry, it's on the road to tyranny. And we need to hold the fort longer, people. The old white baby boomers who are scared of weed, who are all like, Negro cigarettes and jailed and incarcerated millions of brown people are on their way out." I read on Fox the other day that millennials are becoming more of the voter base in this country and will soon hold more positions of power. Because, like, newsflash, people, like, old people die. Yeah, you could say the future is, like, finally coming to, like, the 21st century. So, yeah, anyway, that's how I got into the hemp business, anyway. And so, anyway, I want to start, like, because I want this show to be more, like, community-based, like, giving more pause energy and, like, sort of, like, showing the younger generation, too, like, how to become, like, more current. Like, so I wanted to start, like, my own, like, discussion on, like, the hemp market, like, what you can do to get into it, how you can, like, sort of braid your own, where you get the supplies, just really quick steps, like, on the pros and cons of, like, your classic fishtailor knots versus your old Cherokee loose knot. So we're going to go into that. So here's an email I just received from Tavis1420 on yahoo.com. He writes, "Shane, I'm a fellow hemper. I'm getting ready to go to the Nez Perce County Fair to sell some hemp bracelets or a few hemp Baja ponchos." Right on, man. That's the place to do it. My question is, when weaving a 1-to-3 ratio of horsehair to hemp, do you use a classic switch knot or do you prefer a square knot? I know horsehair is a thinner material. I don't want my weave to lose any symmetry later when it becomes humid. Thanks, and keep it 21st century. Well, Tavis, this is a great question. So first, I think you need to sort of readjust where you're getting your horsehair. You need to make sure that it's friendly to the animal. You don't want to be, supporting some of these, more, they don't really believe in animal rights. So first of all, I would make sure on that. But if you're all set on that, doing a 1-to-3 ratio can be kind of tricky. I know a lot of people that have done 1-to-3 ratios just fine with horsehair to hemp. But the thing is, when doing a classic square knot, you get a nice good bend to it, right? Your symmetry is on point, but the switchback really, really complements the 1-to-3 ratio and really highlights the horsehair. But what I would do, okay, now this is me kind of being a little wild since I know you're in a more humid area. I would almost do the spiral knot. That way you keep a lot of that symmetry, but you also highlight the horsehair a lot more. I think that is exactly what you're looking for. All right, here. Let's see. Oh, got another one. Travis Greenfrog at Comcast.net writes, okay, well, first, Travis, Comcast is kind of like, they're not a good company. Like, they're just one of these corporate, big internet service providers. Like, you got to think about switching, but I understand there's area issues. Travis writes, yo, 2 months hemper here. All right, man. Question. how do you get your bead spacing consistent? I've been tying off 10 loops between each ruby bead and 20 between each sapphire bead. Ooh, that's a dilemma. I don't like the outcome. It looks lopsided. Any help? Any advice? Thanks. And always stay natural. Well, same to you, brother. Well, here's the thing. Getting consistent loops, I found, is more about how you soak your hemp material first. Okay? So I usually get a nice peanut oil, and I soak my hemp in that for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. And then that gets it nice and pliable, okay? And then I do a 5 to 5, and then I do a 10. And between the rubies, it'll look fine, but the sapphires is where you're going to need a lot more help. So that's when you do that 10, okay? So I don't know what you're spacing here. I don't know what the design you're going for is, but that's what my recommendation, and I think you'll find it really helps, like, with the whole flow of it. You'll find it looks very cool. All right, guys. That's all the time I have for today. Thank you for joining me on my flagship podcast into the world. You are listening to Consensual Democracy Now. I kind of have to move my Jeep out of this Albertsons parking lot. I've been getting some weird stares from the employees. So, till next time when I can hitchhike some Wi-Fi here, we should be good. But hopefully, with this move into Buzz's place, I'll have a more consistent upload schedule. Thanks, and keep it 21st century.